And court documents are revealing new, very chilling details about the man accused of fatally stabbing 4 University of Idaho students. These are their pictures, including DNA found on a knife sheath, and one of the surviving roommates telling police she saw a masked man in the house the morning of the murders.
Joining us now is former FBI Special Agent Ross Rice.
Yes, Ross, thanks for joining us once again this morning. Very interesting. It was a 19-page affidavit. What came out of that, really chilling. I want to just get your reaction first to what was revealed yesterday in that affidavit.
Well, Sylvia, I think the most poignant part of that affidavit was the outstanding police work that led to the identification and arrest of the suspect in this case. Not just the local police in Moscow, Idaho, but the Idaho State Police, the FBI, and law enforcement agencies from literally across the country all assisted in bringing this case to a conclusion. And they did so without any type of adverse publicity, without any leaks. And I just think it was a classic example of how law enforcement should work. As we were talking about earlier, the one thing that's really missing from the complaint is the motive for the killings. It's obvious that the suspect was in the area many times before, according to cell records. Why he targeted these people, what the motive for the attack was, remains unknown, and hopefully we'll get to that shortly.
Yeah, Ross, let's kind of key in and break down those pieces of the police work that went on to lead up to this point. A lot of people following this case go back to the DNA aspect of it, and there was familial DNA, they said, and that came from like a trash can at his parents' home. Can you kind of walk us through that and whether it will, you think, hold up in court?
Sure. Very early on in the investigation, when they were processing the crime scene, investigators found a sheath to a knife, presumably the sheath to the murder weapon. And on the button clip on that sheath, they found DNA, which they were able to sequence and had an identifiable piece of evidence, but they had no one or nothing to compare it to. They checked law enforcement databases locally, nationally, and there was no match, which means the defendant hadn't been arrested before, hadn't submitted DNA to any of these sources. So you have this great piece of evidence, but until you have something to match it with, it really won't solve the case for you. Through good police work, they tracked down the Elantra. They determined who the owner of that vehicle was. The investigation proceeded with the cell phone records, and they eventually followed the defendant back to his parents' home in Pennsylvania. And on garbage night, local police were able to scoop up the trash that had been put out by the family. Going through that cartilage, they found DNA from the father that gave them a close enough match to file the complaint and make the arrest. And if you look at the complaint, that's the last paragraph on the last page. Is they had a familial match to the DNA from the crime scene to the father. Now, I'm sure since then, they've taken a DNA swab from the defendant, and that's at a laboratory right now being sequenced, and they'll do a comparison with the DNA that was found at the crime scene.
Ross, I want to go back to the phone records because investigators found the suspect was stalking the victims using phone records, so showing he had gone at least a dozen times prior to that night. Can you explain how critical phone records are in investigations like this? And couldn't the defense just claim someone took his phone, or how does that work?
Well, I don't think that the phone records are going to be critical in proving guilt. Up until the DNA comparison was made, they had a very good circumstantial case, but they didn't have probable cause to even make an arrest. It wasn't until that DNA comparison was made and it was found that it was close enough that they could go forward. All the phone records do right now, Terrence, is it shows that there was a connection between the defendant and the crime scene on various dates prior to the crime being committed. That's not is what's going to make a conviction here. It's going to be the forensic evidence. Also listed in that complaint, which I haven't heard many people talk about, is a bloody footprint that was left by the shoe, presumably of the killer. And I'm sure that if they haven't found it already, investigators are going through every residence, every apartment that the defendant has, trying to find that shoe and make a match.
Okay, let's talk about motive again, because as you said, and as we mentioned, we still don't know. At what point do you think that law enforcement will reveal what they think the motive was? Or is this something that you think we're going to have to wait for the actual trial to hear and find out?
At this point, Sylvia, I don't think you're going to get any more announcements, any more press conferences from investigators. Anything that is revealed going forward is going to be done in a court filing or in a hearing where evidence is presented to the judge. Whether they determine motive or not, I don't know. They're certainly going to try to do that. They're going to interview friends, classmates, associates, family members of the defendant. They're going to go through his laptop. They're going to go through his cell phone, look for all sorts of digital evidence that might lead them to a motive. But a motive isn't essential to have a successful prosecution. What is going to be key here is the forensic evidence that's been developed and is going to be linked to the defendant.
Well, Ross, we thank you so much. Most certainly, we're going to be watching what happens from here. So I believe we'll probably have you back on. But thank you so much for your expertise this morning. This is just a weird case.
It sure is. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.